Bars.
Live from the Windy C Radio studio in the shops at Iverson. This is the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WindyCRadio.com, the Windy C Radio app, Facebook Live and YouTube Live on the Windy C Radio pages, and of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between. Welcome to another special edition of Bars with your man AJ Throwback right here in the Windy C Radio studios, broadcasting proudly from the shops at Iverson. And if you are watching on Facebook Live, your eyes do not deceive you. Some people have ugly Christmas sweaters. Some people have ugly Christmas blazers. Your man got an ugly Christmas hat. So yeah, I'm kind of a nut around this time. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that really know me, you know, I do crazy stuff like this. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Don't judge me, judge your moms. But anyway, definitely want to send a special shout out to Foreplay the Orgasm Show. I was listening to them last night. By the way, they are on every Tuesday right here on WindyCRadio.com from 8 to 10 p.m. I am very much a Christmas music at Christmas or around Christmas type of person, and they had me in the pocket last night. You know what I'm saying? They was playing all the hits, but toward the end of the show, and me and Toddy was kind of talking. I was like, okay, I'm waiting for one song in particular. I know she gonna play it, and I know when she gonna play it. And it was Silent Night, Temptations, played it right toward the end. I was like, this is how you do a Christmas show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was good. I was like, okay, now I'm in the Christmas mindset, because for me, Silent Night by the Temptations is much like Summertime by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince for summertime. Like, it's certain songs that put me in certain moods, and that was it for me right there. And now I'm in the Christmas spirit for real. So, speaking of Christmas, we got a top 5 in our T5 DOA segment today. Favorite childhood Christmas gifts. I had a lot of people give me some feedback on that, so I'm gonna give you my top 5, then I'm gonna read a bunch, probably most of the responses that I received. And also at 12 o'clock, we have rapper, hip hop artist, hailing from Philly, King Marz. We'll be talking to him about his various projects that he has out, that he's done, and just, you know, get to know that brother right there. Dope rapper. And yeah, of course, we're going to be showcasing the best and the brightest of independent artists from the DMV and beyond. Kicking us off, we got C.W. Allen with Ecstasy, off of the Dream Baby EP, Volume 1. And you're listening to the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. And I got to do this one time. This is Bars.
Feel like I was made for this. Since the beginning of time. Nah, it's something second nature, and look who stepped in his prime. Had to learn how to manage all the things that I heard from well-intentioned people who misusing their words. Same one screaming idle when you chasing your dream. Won't tell a doctor calm down in this residency. But I go, God charted out the blueprint. I know, his word fresher than the experiment. Yeah, humble makers in the dining room. to the thousands being touched by the bars consumed. I don't wanna be another victim of that ecstasy, that ecstasy. Who they want me to be, who they want me to be, that ecstasy. I don't wanna be another victim of that ecstasy, that ecstasy. Who they want me to be, who you want me to be, that ecstasy. Grandma honey said I be something. Mama's ethics for the levels coming. When the characters press, when the world pigeonhole me cause the things I confess. I'm learning, unlearning all the joy that I know. God's stirring up my soul with new places to go. Cause I wanted love, but was in the wrong spaces. Never got a score, busy skipping all the bases. So ecstasy, with your approval in men. So leprosy, but it's eating within. I was so Fuji, it was killing me softly. So off square like Jello with the Cosby. I don't wanna be another victim of that ecstasy, that ecstasy. Who they want me to be, who they want me to be, that ecstasy. I don't wanna be another victim of that ecstasy, that ecstasy. Who they want me to be, who you want me to be, that ecstasy. Another victim of that ecstasy. Who they want me to be, ecstasy.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
Take off, have fun with it. I ain't wanna fall in love with it. I looked around and fell in love with it. She was confused with the games that they offered, the way they was talking. All in the mix like this that you say you ain't bought it, the way you was frauding. So young and naive, I was young and naive. All the things that I seen didn't want to believe. Now I'm stuck with these dreams, how I suffer from this. You was once all I dreamed. You ain't wanna play your part, so you left though. And you ain't wanna get along, so you left me. You know it's hard, cause I really give the best me. Hard broke, pick it up, minute over the next week. All coming against you, all want me to dish you all. I ain't thinking about you, I'm thinking about the past. All the things we had and all that we've been through. Trying not to get lost in this. I was lost in you, you can't afford to get lost in again. You be so far from my mind and you creep from behind me. My feelings get tangled again, but I can't get lost with you. I gotta get lost from you. I can't get lost with you. I gotta get lost from you. Because it's 3:55, you know that I got a girlfriend. But where she at, cause it ain't here, so what you saying? I gotta go, cause it ain't nothing else to play with. Back in the whip, I call my baby and she saying 4 a.m., 4 a.m., 4 a.m. I get lost with you. You be all on my mind when it came through. When I came through. Yeah, when I came through. I be thinking about you. Yeah, I be thinking about you. Always thinking about you. You be all on my mind. Take a trip, can't go. Yeah, you be all on my mind when it came through. When it came through. Yeah, you be all on my mind. Yeah. Now I'm speeding, all racing it. Try and get back to my baby. She might spaz out and ask me where I have been, but then again she might be asleep when a nigga get in. She was all tripping out on the line. I was trying to hit them plays on the riverside. Nickel bag, couple quarters and a couple dimes. Had a nickel bag, couple quarters and a couple dimes. I was running it up just for us and my niggas. You know how we rollin', if not get the picture. My niggas, my brothers, babe, and we ride for each other, babe. And you my queen, so you know what that mean. That they just like my brothers, babe. I said they just like my brothers, babe. I said they just like my brothers, babe. Yeah.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
Slip a sapple under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be oh so good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht and really this night. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, one thing I really do need, the deed to a platinum mine, Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, and fill my stockings with a duplex and checks. Sign your ex on the line, Santa cutie. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing. A ring. I don't mean chimney tonight. Head down the chimney tonight.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah, that was London Savoy with Santa Baby. Of course, we got to play some Christmas music at some point of this show, especially with me wearing this hat that a lot of people have commented on Facebook Live. Before that, we had Face featuring Dino with 4 a.m. And starting off the set, we had C.W. Allen with Ecstasy. All right, y'all, let us get to it.
Sometimes they're dope and sometimes they're duds. But no matter what, there's always five and it's always an off. Fake me out, expert opinion only. It's, hold on, mind if we use your acronym? We'll take that as a yes. It's T5DOA, only on Bars. Hey.
Before we really get into it, let me shout out everybody that's showing love on the live. Like I said, a lot of people got, either love the hat or they just, think it's very festive, Shout out, of course, to Mrs. watching. I appreciate you, as I do every single week. My queen, my boo thing. Don't give me that emoji face, baby. Don't do that. Don't do me like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's entertainment. It's entertainment. But yeah, shout out my bro Mike. Let's see, Neen. Let's be clear. On every other Tuesday, right here on WinDCRadio.com, 6 to 8 p.m. along with Becky. They had a great show last night. They were talking about the kings and queens of R&B. Because Jacquees kind of set the world on fire with his comments, but they had a really good show last night, and they were also talking about domestic violence issues as well. So it was a really good show. Of course, Mike and Mr. Sean from Mike's Corner, they were on there as well. So yeah, I just appreciate what they do every single Tuesday. They just always have a great show. So shout out to them once again. Shout out my cousin Tamara. Appreciate you. If y'all haven't gotten Wilma's Batter yet, y'all need to hit her up. Wilma's Batter, WILMAS batter.net. Hit her up. I'm trying to tell you, you want some banging pancakes, some banging waffles, especially for your Christmas breakfast, hit her up ASAP. Also, shout out Tone Butter, you know what I'm saying? One of the biggest supporters of the show. Miss Razzle Dazzle, appreciate you every single week. Always plugging. Always plugging. Ray Williams, welcome to Team Bars, brother. Looking forward to getting some music from you real soon. Face, I see you, bro. Tiffany, definitely can't forget you. Yeah, the Christmas spirit is definitely real with me. You know what I mean? Aisha, what's going on, sis? I think I mentioned Calvin. Calvin, if I didn't mention him, make sure y'all support Calvin, Lush Vibes Radio. You know what I'm saying? Follow him on Instagram at Lush Vibes Radio. Dope brother right there. Tiffany Willis, I see you. Appreciate you tuning in. All right, so I think I can now get to the main event. All the shout outs given and everything. All right, so many of y'all who follow me on Facebook under my personal name, my government name. So I wanted to do something that was Christmas driven, but I also kind of wanted to feel like a kid again. I wanted to go back to my youth, to that part that really made me love Christmas. Because what's crazy is that Christmas used to be my favorite holiday, but as I got older, Thanksgiving rose up the ranks. Christmas slipped to number 2, but it's still one of my favorite holidays of all time. It's just a great holiday, the spirit of Christmas. And, we could talk about a lot of the origins and, a lot of times people feel like, oh, it's more of a commercial holiday and yada, yada, yada. And, I get all of that. But for me, it's all about the love. It's all about being around family, around friends, around people you care about, that you appreciate their company. and, you know, just loving others, giving of yourself, especially if you're a Christian. You know, of course, it's going to be about Jesus's birth, but it's what Jesus represents, and that's love. And so for me, Christmas was always one of those special times that, like, you know, like, it's easy to focus on the gifts and getting gifts and stuff like that, but it's what those gifts kind of represented over time. That's the way that I looked at it when it came to my favorite childhood gifts. And so, of course, I got my honorable mentions. Christmas '85, I got the whole Voltron set, all 5 lions. So I can't tell y'all how psyched I was when I got all 5 of those lions. Christmas '87, I got, you know, I was still am a huge Transformers fan. So I got a bunch of Transformers throughout my childhood, but for whatever reason, maybe because it was that particular Christmas, I got Galvatron and I got Blaster. And so, like, you know, I had Blaster, but I think I had to go to the store to actually get the tapes. So, you know, like, I had the little robot tape, so I was like real psyched or whatever. And of course, I took it to school as like an impromptu show and tell, like, hey, look, I got Blaster, and I got the tapes. You know, so I was like psyched, but I think somebody might have stolen my tapes though. But we ain't gonna get into that. Christmas '89, I had all 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I think I had the one with the parachute. Like, they had the parachute, so we were in the front yard, like, playing with the parachute, and parachute actually legit worked. You know, sometimes with those toys, like, it looks good, but it's not necessarily practical, but they made it right. And then I want to say it was Christmas '90. I got my first Nintendo, and so that kind of setup was actually a part of my top 5, because those were really my honorable mentions. But when you hear my top 5 and the reasons why they're my top 5, you'll understand. So let's kind of roll along with it. So Christmas '86, I got my first Lego set. And what's crazy about that was that I was already doing my own kind of building, because I used to build stuff from paper. I used to make my own little buses, cars, people, buildings, all that out of printer paper. But it was something about Legos that it was more colorful. It, you know, it really fueled that creative spirit that I had with building blocks. Because I hated Duplos. Let me be clear. Duplos are trash. And anybody that, you know, might feel some kind of way, look, they too big. Like, you can't really do, I mean, you can only do but so much with Duplos. Whereas, like, Legos, they make them smaller, they make them all different types of shapes. And I mean, granted, like, I feel like Duplos are cheaper because they're, like, really simple, but at the same time, they're big and clunky and dumb. But Legos, they were right up my alley. And I also, even though it would have instructions, I would see what else that I could build with the Legos out of the particular blocks that I had. It forced me to kind of think outside of the box. So that was one of the good things about having Legos. Number 4, Christmas '96. Right around this time, this is when I first started being interested in actually playing music, because I took a music class at my high school, and well, actually it was a keyboard class. I learned how to play the piano in high school in my 10th grade year. And so my 11th grade year, I told my mom I wanted a keyboard. So she got me a Yamaha PSR 320, my first legit keyboard, because we'll get to another one later. But I used this keyboard for probably about 4 to 5 years. And although a lot of the music I made on there, I would never try to push to anybody today, because frankly, it was just, let me tell it was trash. But those were my humble beginnings. So, like, when I look back on that time and I look back at all the stuff that I created with that particular keyboard, that fueled the love that I still have to this day, 22 years later. Number 3, Christmas '94. This is when we first moved down far southwest, not waterfront southwest, but like Hadley Hospital southwest, close to Eastover southwest, that part of southwest, the part of southwest that people really call southeast. But that's that first Christmas that we had at that house. We got a basketball hoop, and so it was cool because first and foremost, I don't have any ups playing basketball. So, you know, trying to like dunk, that just wasn't working for me on on the regulation joints. I didn't have those kind of hops. You know, I'm 6 feet, but you know, I'm not Iverson 6 feet. I ain't got his kind of athleticism. So, you know, we lowered the hoop low enough so that both me and my brother could dunk on the hoop. But the bigger thing about it was it brought everybody in the neighborhood together. Like a lot of the boys would come, you know, to our, instead of going up the street, because Fort Greble, around that time, that's when Fort Greble got a little on the dangerous side. So it probably wasn't a great idea to go to Fort Greble. So everybody would come in our backyard. We played ball, but then it kind of fueled some other things. It also fueled, you know, like the girls would come in, not just to watch us play ball, but if we're playing ball, they break out a deck of cards and play spades, or if they had Uno cards, play Uno. Like it was a way to bring the neighborhood together in our backyard. So it was pretty cool. And then, you know, it was something that kind of fueled my competitive spirit as well, because me and my brother, there were other things that fueled our competitive spirit, but it was a way for us to continue that healthy competition with each other, and but also have time together. I really cherish those times with my younger brother. Number 2, Christmas '91. And it's hard not to put this at number 1, but when you hear my number 1, you'll understand why. And this is tied to one of my honorable mentions. So I mentioned I got Nintendo, I want to say it was Christmas 1990. The very next Christmas, I got Tecmo Super Bowl. And let me tell you, I've had Madden, I've had whatever the game was on Dreamcast. I forget, I think it was NFL 2K or something like that. And then ESPN 2K15. Like all of these great games, but they didn't have the same staying power for me as Tecmo Super Bowl. I don't know why. You look back at the graphics are so 16-bit, whatever the graphics were on Nintendo. They so not great. The fact that Bo Jackson was darn near unstoppable, Barry Sanders was darn near unstoppable, Wayne Haddix from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who did not have a prolific career as a cornerback. If you put him on anybody, it could be Jerry Rice. You put Wayne Haddix on Jerry Rice, it's darn near interception every single time. You know what I'm saying? These little quirks about this game on this, you know, this simple little system back in the day, for whatever reason, just had staying power. It recalls a certain nostalgia, because that really fueled the competitive spirit in me when it came to video games, because then it would be like, when I got older, we have NBA Live tournaments over my house and all types of stuff. So I just think like that game just kind of changed my life when it came to video games. It's the only, to me, to this day, it's my favorite video game. I don't care how many better graphic video games have come out since then. That's still my favorite video game to this day. I still play that game to this day. Like, I've gotten emulators just to play Tecmo Super Bowl. It's real for me. But number one, Christmas '87. I got a Muppet Babies keyboard. Anybody that knows me knows Muppet Babies is my favorite cartoon of all time. And getting a keyboard, a Muppet Babies keyboard, that like really sized me. But it was one of those things that was, even though like my dad had did things in terms of DJing and getting me interested in DJing when I was younger than even that. Probably I had to be like 2 or 3 years old. He got me interested in that young. But then I got this Muppet Babies keyboard, and that kind of started the interest in actually playing music. And even though it would take a while before I'd actually learn how to play the piano, that was the start. But here's one of the biggest reasons why this was such an important gift for me, because this might be the closest thing we have to a family heirloom, because my brother and I used to play it all the time when we were kids, and you're talking like 87, 88, but then decades later, we both have kids. His daughters, my mom still had a keyboard over her house. His daughters are playing the keyboard, and like every time they come over, they would play that keyboard. So then my mom gave the keyboard to me and said, just go ahead and take it. I take it home. My son, now he's playing the keyboard. And the thing is, what's funny about it is, you know, anybody who got kids and know a lot of these cartoons that are out now, they have this knockoff version of Muppet Babies. Don't even get me started on that. That's a whole nother conversation right there. But still, that's his way of connecting, because now they have a cartoon and he connects the cartoon with the keyboard, like, ooh, it's my Muppet Babies keyboard. You know what I mean? So I think it's cool how it's one of those things that fuel not only music but family, togetherness. And a lot of these things, I think that's why these are in my top 5, because it fuels some kind of creativity, some kind of competitive spirit in certain instances. And more than anything, it brings people together. And that's really what the holidays are all about. So that's my top 5. I'm going to hope to be able to read some of the other ones that I got on Facebook a little later on. In the meantime, we are going to go ahead and get to this right here.
All the fire engines in the world can't put out this inferno. It's the Bars 5 alarm blaze countdown. Only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app. Powered by GoWin.media. Number 5. Number 4.
Yes, Lord. Good Lord. Amen.
ADST.
Wake up in the automatic get the dumping. Look at it, the cops, they all frontin'. Killing my people, but no such thing as a black man. Don't you understand that we trapped in someone's land? Trying to survive. We hung from trees cause of nappy hair and big lips. In the way, got girls so thick, now they gotta slide down poles, chasing and sucking. On some up, we living life relentless. You can't even president this. The eye on the back of the dollar swallows the hollow. A youngest on double cup. Youngest get extra clips. I'm telling how to change up they, but they too concerned with their new whip and their brand new outfit. Speaking on the tone, all they wanna do is make another rap song. I'm gone. Good Lord. Whoever get tricked out my people in the industry, you know we ain't equal. They kill Hendrix, they kill Sammy, they kill Michael, they kill Prince. The evidence on the elevator. See you later. They get played like a pack of annihilators in the hood I'm from. Youngest bust big guns, but that happens everywhere. Chicago, New Jersey, Brick City, New York, and that's Harlem. Good Lord. Nobody hear the facts, they all sounding whack. How many futures we gonna hear on the track? Ain't no give it back. Turkeys don't do, especially when children they get hit by metal. Cause be beefing. You talking what it is, but the words that I'm speaking. Straight from Revelations, John, my man. You can say whatever, but we living here. Jail suits for troops, never over and on. Thinking it's all good, little shorty gone. Off the pills, off the syrup, trying to see if this automatic work. Pray for him, Lord. Trying to see on the scene, telling young and younger you can achieve in your dreams. You know what it is, they kill their self-esteem. And this is what the world order means.
The thought of
Good Lord.
City. First they leave you in a corner with no option. Keep you sleeping, dreaming for hope, but call cops when standing up and calling for freedom, cause we's boxed. Then they paint you heathen, a demon, and he's lost. Must be awesome. With his profit, couple jumps marked. Seen it like a vision, a reason, a street prophet. Then they think they push when they wanna. No, he's locked in. Panic, so they weeding me out, cause he's toxic. Yo, Black, let me breathe a little bit. Hold on. Let me take you back, begin again. I'm able, start to sin again. Like it when we weaken, we docile, effeminate. Do anything for Benjamin. Lie, cheat, kill a friend. Willie Lynch for the win. Y'all better learn to look at yourself and see purpose. See it's for the power we hold. He's so nervous. Love to say the land of some freedom until you stand on some freedom. And then they bring you a heathen. I give no rhyme or no reason, but yet my pride take a beating. They say we part of the problem. Well, I say part of the problem is looking harder tomorrow. When all you see is we suffer, we don't believe in each other. We start deceiving each other, but then we needed each other. Then we start keeping each other, then stop defeating each other. And then we breaking a pattern. Then we start seeing an answer, start becoming a factor. And yo, the fact of the matter is that it really don't matter. But if we all moving separate, it's like the core of the cancer. Good Lord. Amen. Yes, sir.
Number 3.
Set fire and kill me. Marksman aiming at your heart. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel your heart beating. The marksman aims to doom your
Number 2. Number 1.
I let the truth be told. Yeah, yeah. Truth be told. I let the truth be told. I knew you never really meant me well, so no, I'm not surprised at all. I know you're proud, won't let you see your wrongs. And I'm for sure I didn't make the call. Now I'm here where you dropped the ball. But guess I'm just the one that love to hate. Oh yeah, the summer's bittersweet, but I enjoy the taste. I needed way more room to grow, appreciate the space. You know they love you when they do what others only say. Yeah, I'm in a good place, I send my condolences. I know I'm dead to you. Pour out a little liquor, don't forget your rosaries. I did what was best for me, the size supposed to be. I couldn't babysit your work, pay the bills and buy the groceries. Somehow I get all the blame. I point the finger back, you frowning at the mirror, hoping for a smile to crack. Look, if I'm guilty, then I'm guilty. Got no pride with that, but I ain't about to hold my breath. Cause I gotta let the truth be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told. And it's gonna be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told. The truth be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and it's gonna be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. I knew you never really meant me well, so no, I'm not surprised at all. I'm back to the old me. You know the one who didn't care for feelings, yeah. You know the one that used to call a dog. I try to change for y'all, I think it's safe to say that I ain't changed. Cause you on the same. You had the recipe for failure, had to get you out my mix. No better way to set example, lead the crabs in the barrel. Nowadays, you a leader if you follow. Look, I ain't never really been the type to borrow, but that's another story. They gon' ride with you today, to throw them stones at your first thing tomorrow. Look, I could be 100, but get all the blame for people without all the facts. You smiling at the mirror, hoping it don't frown back. Look, if I'm guilty, then I'm guilty. Got no problem with that, but I ain't about to hold my breath, cause I gotta let the truth be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and it's gonna be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told. The truth be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and it's gonna be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. I was wasting away, stuck in a day, losing time, lost in your way. Way too long that I try to save you, when the truth is you'll never change. I was wasting away, stuck in a day, losing time, lost in your way. Way too long that I try to save you, when the truth is your way. I got the truth be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and it's gonna be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told. The truth be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and it's gonna be told. I let the truth be told. Let the truth be told, and everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go. Everybody say they rather know since you like to hear it go. You like to hear it go.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback and Bars, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah, that was. Well, actually, let's go from 5 to 1 for our last 5 Alarm Blaze countdown of 2018. At number 5, we had, one second, we had, the Silent Celeb with Kissing You at number 5. At number 4, ADST Music featuring Black Indian and Jamel Mr. City with Good Lord. Number 3, Noir with Ready, Set, Fire, and Kill. At number 2, Tease with Loved You. Let me say this. I really feel like she could have won if it weren't for the number 1, because she had so much support for her song, and that's really what you want out of your fan base, and that's the type of stuff that we like to see. That I like to see, like, people just coming through in droves, like supporting, like, I vote for this song, I vote for that song, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to Tease. And number 1, of course, what you just heard was BZ Archibald with Truth Be Told. 5 months straight, y'all. 5 months straight. This dude gets the troops out. And I mean, it's like so many people that just vote for this dude month in, month out. And the max, I've decided 5 times. You win 5 months in a row, your song is retired. So congratulations to BZ Archibald, 5 months in a row, and the first song in 5 Alarm Blaze countdown history to be retired. So salute to you, my brother. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll into one more song before we take a break and then get with our guest for today, King Marz. This is Patrice Live. Gotta shout out some more, 1, local artists, and 2, Christmas music. This is my favorite things, and it is this.
If somebody tell you he hot, man, you know everybody hot. Now, Slim, he fish grease.
That's how we feel about this track right here. This is the Fish Grease Pick of the Week, only on Bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Handwritten love notes and Eskimo kisses. Laughing with friends while we're shopping for presents. Warm bubble baths after trimming the tree. These are a few of my favorite things. Oh, what joy it brings when the Christmas bells start ringing, ringing. Love and joy fills everything. Oh, what joy it brings, and it makes me feel like singing. I'm so grateful for my favorite things. Warm apple pie with the vanilla milkshake. Watching old movies while snowed in on snow days. A holiday break from chasing my dreams. These are a few of my favorite things. Oh, what joy it brings when the Christmas bells start ringing, ringing. Love and joy fills everything. Oh, what joy it brings, and it makes me feel like singing. I'm so grateful for my favorite things. Everybody loves gifts, but I really love this. Spending time with all my family and friends. Nothing compares to the love that we share on Christmas. Time goes way too fast. I wish this could last forever. When we're together, I'm grateful, and I'll cherish these moments for life. Oh, what joy it brings when the Christmas bells start ringing, ringing. Love and joy fills everything. Oh, what joy it brings, and it makes me feel like singing. Love and joy fills. Oh, what joy it brings when the Christmas bells start ringing. I say the ringing.
More topics, more segments, more music means more bars after this.
Windy C Radio brings to you the app. Yes, the app is now available on your Google Play and your App Store, on your iPhone or your Android, any of your pads that you might be using. Be it if it's an iPad Mini, or if you have a Samsung Note, doesn't matter what you have, any mobile device, you can get the app so you can listen where you're at to Windy C Radio.
The Shops at Iverson is now undergoing a transformation, creating a mixed-use center where the community can come together to eat, shop, relax, and feel connected. The Shops at Iverson is a 600 KSF mixed-use property consisting of retail and office space now available. Located inside the Beltway on Branch Avenue, Maryland, just minutes from downtown D.C. It's an exciting time at the Shops at Iverson. Several beautiful renovation projects are ongoing, transforming the Shops at Iverson into the new safe community hub. DMV, get ready to enjoy the new food court. Opening late spring, early summer, featuring new restaurants like Chipotle, Quickway Hibachi, Tropical Smoothie, Wingstop, and free Wi-Fi. The Shops at Iverson, the original home of the world-famous Snickerdoodle cookies, is completing several cosmetic improvements to the mall interior, facade, and parking garage. The Shops at Iverson is the new home of Go Win Media, comprised of the DMV's premier internet radio stations, Go Radio Live and Windy C Radio. For updates and more details, check out shopiverson.com. That's shopiverson.com.
We hope you didn't go too far. It's time for the second hour of the Balancing Act radio show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have our guest calling in right now. You're on with the Balancing Act radio show. Hello? I don't know what's going on with this audio. Bear with us 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, for whatever reason. Hello? King Marz? For whatever reason, I can't even hear at all. Bear with me 1 second, okay? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. There we go. All right. So, yeah, welcome to the Balancing Act radio show. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
That's what's up.
Can't call it.
That's what's up. Well, I gotta intro you properly, as I do with all my guests. So, I gotta play the intro to bring you in right, all right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on with our special guest, King Marz, and of course, this is.
Whether they're artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, politicians, activists, or simply folks you need to know, we've got the line to the movers and shakers of D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and beyond. This is 15 minutes of game on the Balancing Act radio show.
All right. So had to do the proper intro, you bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get to the interview, man. So tell me, King Marz, where the name come from?
Oh man, it originated from my middle name. See, I'm black. I'm a young king.
Okay.
You feel me? And my middle name is Marquise. So I just ran with it, M-A-R, and I just put the Z at the end of it, and I'm just like King Marz. That's how we carrying.
Okay. All right. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you definitely carry a very regal kind of vibe when you rap. I mean, you got songs like Dia King, like you got on Genghis Khan, and then just like you just deliver your bars with a certain confidence. So I can definitely see how you live up to the name. But how do you feel like you live up to that artistically?
And I got my hands in so much, man. In order to be a king, you gotta be able to help your people, man. I started working with the Justice Reform once I came home from jail, and that was just like my contribution. Like it was like me paying it back because, I actually went through a situation where as though I was down. I lost my way kind of because I was literally in the streets, but you know, I made my way back. You know, and I just want to show people there's a different route. You can always take a different route with whatever you want to do in life.
Yeah, I can definitely dig that. So you're from North Philly, right?
Of course, the heart of the city, man.
Okay. What part of North Philly you from?
I mean, I'm originally from the Strawberry Mansion section, same part as me.
Okay.
You know, so you know that's how I'm carrying it, man. I'm putting on for the whole Strawberry Mansion section. We ain't even gonna just say one specific part, the whole part.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna put on for the city.
Yeah. What's funny about you saying that? When I was listening to, I think is it Life with Marz or Life on Marz? I think it is.
Yeah. Life on Marz.
Yeah, Life on Marz. So I was listening to that album, and I was like, I could definitely see, not to say that, you know, like it's definitely like a strong Meek connection there, but like I can definitely hear that area, you know what I'm saying, like that influence on your style, and even like the beats you picking on top of that, like it kind of remind me of like early Meek, when Meek was like a little more hungry. I mean, he's still hungry now, but like I can definitely hear like that area in your flow and in like your delivery and everything. It's just like a different, I feel like the different parts of Philly like got different vibes, like, you know, like Strawberry Mansion, Nice Town, South Philly, like everybody kind of like has a different vibe, you know what I'm saying, no matter where you go around the area. And like, I'm not from Philly, but because, you know, my brother, he went to school in Philly, my wife, she's from that area, like I spend a lot of time in Philly, and it's like, that's like my second home, you know, so I definitely can hear like that influence and that hunger and that tenacity in your flow.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to all the artists coming out of those sections too, from South, the North, the West, you know, the Southwest, you know, shout out to everybody doing their thing as well.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. I mean, of course, you come from a city like that just has a really rich legacy, no matter whether you're talking hip hop, soul music, pop music, rock music, like all across the board. There are like so many legends that come from Philly.
No doubt.
So were any of your artists who got you interested in hip hop or in music, were they from Philly? Were they from elsewhere, or kind of like a mixture of both?
Oh, they was definitely. It's crazy because you would have thought that the people that influenced me would be from my city, right?
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I was influenced by Outkast. I think that's when I first got turned on to hip hop. Like,
oh, wow.
I first heard the Outkast 3000 and Andre 3000 and Big Boy John, Rosa Parks.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when they had Walkman and stuff out, you know, stuff like that. So,
yeah.
You know, I kind of threw on the headphones a little bit, listened to the little CD player, and I was just zoning out. And I'm like, oh, this that work right here. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm feeling this. Like,
yeah.
You know, plus I had a family member that was actually doing music at the time. My cousin Sue, he was doing music at the time. He had a little mixtape out too, and I was like, oh man, that's how this go. I mean, I'm like, dog, I can get down with this. Like, you know, and I jumped into it head on. Me and my sister did. She, you know, believe it or not, she started tweaking my raps and showing me like, bro, no, don't say this, say that. You know what I'm saying? She was always older than me.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, after that, I just took it and ran with it. And she like, bro, it's crazy. You really stayed with it, and you've been bombing ever since. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, and it became a part of me ever since the age of 6. So I would have to say Andre 3000, Big Boy, the whole Outkast camp. Yeah.
That's what's up. And what's funny about that, I don't hear too many people. I don't hear too many people up north saying that. Like, you'll hear some people from the South, some people from the West, some people from the Midwest, but I don't hear too many people from like up north who will say Outkast. And that's I gotta give you your props on that, because Outkast, that's actually my favorite hip hop group. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you said that, it's funny because they were the ones that kind of like, I liked a lot of people before them, but they were the ones that kind of like brought me to the table as well. So I can definitely respect that. Definitely respect that.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's kind of cliche for everybody to say Biggie or Pac, or
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like, come on, man. Like, I want to be realistic about mine. That's actually realistic. That was the first rap group I ever heard since I ever put on the hip hop. They was the first people that I heard. Like, don't get me wrong, I was listening to, you know, Jay, Nas, Biggie, you know, shout out to them as well. You know, but the first people I actually sat down and listened to and dissected music and learned that music can have a meaning, it was Outkast. You know, I would have to give it to them dudes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, talk about like your progression. Like, when did you first start when did you first start writing rhymes? Like, and then just talk about the growing pains of becoming a lyricist.
Oh man, I originally started when I was 6. You know, then I started taking it serious once I turned like 16.
Okay.
You know, I had a little team. You know, I was living up 29th and Lehigh at the time. You know, and I had a little team behind me, man. You know, they was pushing me. They was like, "Nah, bro, you could do this. You could do this." You know, and I started taking it serious. I started rapping. Then I was already going through the struggle. Like I was already, you know, backdrop was crazy. Living in the house, no heat. You get what I'm saying? You got to take care of 4 girls, including your mom. You know, I'm trapping. Got arrested for armed robbery. You know, stuff like that, dog. And that actually fueled my hunger. Like I was going down the wrong path at a very young age. So I needed something to kind of like curb that path real quick and get me back on the, you know, to where I need to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can dig that. So what I appreciate, like, listening to your music, I like the fact that you have range. Like sometimes, like, you have people, especially people who are more, you know, have a grittier style or like grittier topics or whatever. Like a lot of times they don't necessarily have the range, but what I've listened to with your music, like, you can make a song for the streets. You can make a song, you know, like that's socially conscious. You can make a song that's introspective. You can make a song for the women. And as evidence on a song like My Shoes from Life on Marz, man, I was listening to that. It was like zinger after zinger after zinger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I appreciate that.
You know, it's like it's like watching like cars go by and like your head just going back and forth. It was just like whiplash, like all the bars that were there, man. So, you know, like, talk about the importance for you of being a well-rounded artist.
You know, basically, like, I fused a lot of stuff, you know, and the importance about that was actually giving them real life events. You get what I'm saying? I was giving them real life things that happened to me, like things that was a part of me, things that I went through, things that was not just, you know, other people's perspective. It was actually my own perspective, you know, growing up and doing things and selling drugs and actually having to fend for a household at a young age and, you know, making those type of moves, playing with guns and being arrested, you know, those things actually fueled it. And it was like, yo, I gotta go hard, I gotta go hard. I gotta make, because I know it's somebody out there going through the same thing. I know somebody out there feel my pain, you know, and that was basically what I was trying to do. I was trying to reach out, not just speak my own, you know, piece, but also speak for everybody else that was going through the same thing. You never know who you can touch, man. Really, I got a couple freestyles on my page, and I got this one freestyle that I did about one of my friends that got killed. Mm-hmm. And it went up, like, literally, I give it at least, like, a week, man. I was at 22,000 views, and people in my inbox hit me up like, yo, this remind me of a situation I went through with my brother. I miss him so much. Thank you. You touched me so bad. You know, it's like real crazy, you know, and to actually, you know, get that feeling and understand that you help somebody through their time of need is crazy, man. It really is.
Yeah, it's definitely important to be able to connect with your audience. You know, like, I think what I see from a lot of artists is that they don't connect with their audience, or they don't make music that people relate to or want to relate to or want to connect with. Because that's the thing. That people want to be able to connect with your music. They want to be able to say, "Hey, I just went through that," or "Hey, like, I've gone through that. I've come out of that storm. Like, I know that struggle." So, and that's the thing that I really appreciate about your music. You make a lot of music that, you know, I might not have gone through all of the things that you went through, but to a certain degree, I can definitely relate to what you're talking about. And that's priceless as an artist. To me, that's what separates the rappers from the artists.
Hey, that's dope, man. That's dope. You know, I'm glad you can actually relate to me on that type of level.
Yeah.
You good? I mean, and as far as, like, you know, relating to, like, the love side of things, you got to understand, as human beings, it's natural for everybody to love. Love is embedded in everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though hatred is taught. You feel what I mean? So for me, making love songs and, you know, R&B quality music mixed with the hip hop, you know, that's also another side of me too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, you know, I went through some gritty times, and I'm definitely, you know, a hard hat, but in the same token, you know, I do love. I have been in relationships, you know, I do have siblings, you know, so I understand how I feel and what people need to hear. You get what I mean? So I appreciate the fact that you can really relate to that. And for anybody that's listening right now, please go check out my music, and hopefully you can relate to it too.
Yes, indeed. And let's talk about some of your music that you've put out. Of course, I mentioned Life on Mars. I wanted to, before we touch on, I guess it's your most recent project, I wanted to rewind back a little bit to Genghis Khan, because out of all the things that I listened to, that's my favorite body of work that you've done.
Okay.
Because I feel like what I liked about Life on Mars was like it sounded more hungry, you know what I'm saying? But I like a nice mix of hunger and polish. And Genghis Khan is definitely like that mixture, because it's like it gives you, you know, like kind of the trap sound and style or whatever, but you also have like straight hip hop joints. Like you got a little bit of something for everybody on that project. And
yeah, definitely.
So explain like the method behind titling it Genghis Khan. Like,
well, that's crazy. You know what? I came up with Genghis Khan. It was me and my cousin was talking one day, and I came up with Genghis Khan because Genghis Khan was actually a Mongolian empire. Like
right.
he a Mongolian emperor, and he actually he wanted all the kings to bow to him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he wanted to take over. Like he wanted everybody to understand, just because you a king, that don't mean I'm the king of the king. You not ruling me. I'm gonna rule everything, and that's why I gave him a little piece of everything on that work, because I want to show y'all that I can not only dip into my lane and take over my lane, but I'm embodying everybody else's lane too. I'm so versatile that I can show everybody, you know, exactly how I'm coming when it's time to bring this music. I can apply pressure on all areas, not just one. I can make a trap song. I can make a pain song. I can make a love song. I can make a trippy song. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter what genre, what era. Like, I even fuse rock and roll with in one of my tracks on Genghis Khan. Is Dead Bodies. That's the name of the song. You know, and I actually, you know, I was listening to Run DMC, and I watched how Aerosmith and Run DMC actually collaborated and fused something together. And I was like, you know what, that's dope. But I want to bring like a 2017, 2018 vibe to this thing. I mean, and that's what actually helped me do that song and that track right there. But that body of work was indeed one of my favorite ones. That was indeed one of my favorite ones. It was well thought out, and I took my time with that.
Yeah, and hearing you explain the concept of it, it really it makes it even more my favorite one, because I wouldn't have even thought along those lines, and that's why I'm glad you explained the concept, because it ties back to what I was saying before about how versatile you are. The fact that you can rule over all of these different domains, you know, and do it with a certain swagger that not everybody can do, because some people, they can do certain things well but not necessarily other things well, but on each track, no matter what you're talking about, it's believable.
Yeah, I made sure I gave him everything I gave was facts, man. I gave him from my younger life all the way up to what I'm going through now. Like, I don't want nobody to skip out. Like, you get what I'm saying? Just because they young, that don't mean that the youth don't understand. That don't mean that the youth not going through things. Just because you older, that don't mean that you wasn't young. That don't mean you don't know what the youth was going through. You get what I'm saying? So I speak for everybody. I speak for the old heads. I speak for the young boys. I speak for us as a culture, period. You get what I'm saying? Hip-hop needs to get back to this. The bars. You get what I'm saying? We need to bring that back. So, you know, I think I can do that. I ain't going to say I'm the savior of hip-hop just yet, but we damn near close.
Yeah. I feel you on that. So let's break down some of these bars, because that's, you know, on bars, this is what we do. You know, like I'm one of the type of people, I believe in busting down lyrics. And so on one of the songs on Genghis Khan, Better Days, you cover like a lot of ground on that song, and it goes to what we've been talking about when it comes to your style, the fact that you can go in different lanes. And this is more of like the socially conscious lane, as you cover stuff like police brutality, homelessness, mass incarceration, and even a Flint water crisis, which is interesting that you talked about that, because I remember reading a report some years ago how they were talking about the water levels in certain parts of Pennsylvania were just as bad, if not worse, than Flint. And so the fact that you talked about that, I thought that was, you know, I thought that was very aware of you. But I wanted to kind of get to these particular two lines. But these particular, actually was 2 lines that you said, where you said, stand tall, you ain't got to take it. Trying to ball, but they call it flagrant. Colorblind when it's wartime. I ain't never seen a white flag waving. And so I want you to talk about one, like, particularly that last line where you said colorblind when it's wartime. I ain't never seen a white flag waving. Break that line down for me.
It's never about. People think that, people will say, oh, it's race, it's white privilege. We all at war, man. We all at war, and it's bigger than all of us. Mm-hmm. And people don't understand that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had Bernie Sanders, who actually walked with Martin Luther King, and he was a white man. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He sat next to Martin Luther King when we did the Million Man March. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nobody ever paid attention at what's going on around us. How we govern by, we got this government that's supposed to take care of us, that's supposed to serve and protect, that put police in our community. You get what I'm saying? They can't serve and protect the right way. You got first they beating black kids senseless. You get what I'm saying? I just watched a video on social media where a little white kid was actually getting beat by police as well. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to touch not just on the black side of things, but everybody. Don't get me wrong, it's worse with us.
Right.
Definitely worse with being black. We got it way harder. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But this type thing happens to everybody, and it's happening to everybody somewhere. You get what I mean? And the Flint water crisis kind of touched my heart because it's kids there, man. It's kids involved. Those are human beings. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And they were lied to. You get what I'm saying? They were told that there was nothing wrong with the water, and the water would be fine. And it's an easy fix, yet it really was something wrong with their water. And people were dying. People were going through all these things over there that was inhumane to me. So the war was never amongst us. It was never about color. It's not black and white, y'all. Wake up. It's not black and white. That's why I said I never seen a white flag waving. I never seen nobody call a truce.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you want to know why they haven't called a truce? Because the war is with the government. It's not with us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why it's no truce.
Right. Right. They don't. I feel like in a lot of ways they don't want a truce. They want to keep it going.
Of course, they want to hold us down. We all governed under the same laws. We all being held down the same exact way. Mm-hmm. The same exact way. So for us to make it about color is just a wall over our eyes.
Yeah.
Let's make this about race. Mm-hmm. Let's make this about this. Let's make this about that. Let's cause a problem here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just to throw they mind off from what's really going on here. Trump about to be impeached. Nobody really giving that the type of media air, that we were actually like. We've been wanting him to get impeached. We know he's not right as president, but yet nobody is giving that the same social standards that they would give a black man shooting somebody or a black man going to jail for murder. Or you get what I'm saying?
Or if Obama were President Obama, if he were the one getting impeached, it would be covered everywhere.
Exactly. So I had to touch bases on that. Like I had to touch bases on a lot, touch on a lot. Like a lot of people don't even know that the name of the song is called Dua. I'm Muslim as well. But the name of the song is Dua, and I broke it down. It's a meaning for each word. The D stands for death. The U stands for under. A stands for authority. Death under authority. You get what I'm saying? They out to kill us, people. Wake up. You get what I mean? That's why I did that track. It's so many meanings. It's a double entendre after double entendre after double entendre. Man. Not only in the lyrics, but in the title of the song.
Yeah.
Then when you finally listen to the song, you finally get it in your head like, yo, like this brother on to something.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't even I heard that when you said the dua in there, and I was like, that means something. That there's another layer to that, and I was hoping that you would break it down, and I'm glad that you did break it down. And it makes
of course. And dua in Islam means it's like a form of prayer for us. Mm-hmm. It's like a quick prayer for us.
Yeah.
So now I'm saying, bow our head and make dua for some better days.
Yeah.
Because we need to pray for better days. Mm-hmm. Because it's death under authority. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's genius, man. That's genius stuff right there. Like, and that's why, frankly, that's one of my favorite songs on that album. And now finding out even more about it, it makes it an even stronger song. Thank
you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I wanted to talk about another one of my favorite songs on Genghis Khan, which was Cold Hearted. Now, it's funny because I go back and forth between that and Better Days, which one is my actual favorite. It might be a push at this point, but like you talk some real stuff on Cold Hearted. So I wanted to like just kind of put this stretch of bars out there for the people where you said, I was broke, ramen noodles was my Mr. Childs. With this music, a lot of niggas hate you, then they smile, dap you up and try to bring you down. But the real gonna survive long as I'm around. Wish that I was there to tell my auntie put the bottle down. Don't leave the heart alone, effort, everybody grown. And people use different vices to cope whatever's wrong, like how I write a song, therapy in a poem. Sometimes I feel alone, tomorrow ain't never promised. At any second you gone. I was like, man, that what's funny about that particular part, and what's funny about the song is that the whole time, like the way you, like your tone of voice and your flow, is what it made me think of is if 50 Cent were from North Philly and unafraid to be more vulnerable on wax.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I gave him 100% all of me on that, dog.
Yeah.
I gave him all pain, bro. I gave him everything on there. Like, you get what I'm saying? Just in that, and that alone, my aunt was hooked on drugs. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, alcohol abuse is definitely common.
Yeah.
You know, within our, you know, the black community or whatever. And I just wanted to touch bases on everything, bro. Like, you know, and that's serious. Everything I said to you was serious and 100% facts in it. Like, you know, when I said to you, because I'm speaking to my viewers, I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to everybody out there that's going through pain, that's going through struggle. Tomorrow ain't promised. Get up. Do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's just chasing your dream, whether it's going to school. Do what you need to do. Do what you got to do. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel as though it was up to me to shine light on that. Like, poverty is real. It make you or break you.
Yeah.
You know, and in Philly, it's a lot of that. You know, and it's all over, from west to north to south to southwest. It don't matter where you from. If you're going through a struggle, embrace your struggle. Your struggle is going to create who you are. Do not let the struggle beat you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's, again, what I appreciate about your music. There's soul there. You know what I'm saying? There's heart there. There's realness to it. Like you
yeah, substance there, man.
Yeah,
substance
exactly.
there. And that's what hip-hop is based on.
Right.
Hip-hop is based off battle rap and substance, baby. I love it both.
Yeah. Respect there. So let's talk about, now I don't know whether or not this is, and whether you kind of putting this out like an EP, but Voorhees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so of course, anybody who know like or has seen the cover got Jason, Friday the 13th theme. So talk about the switch, like going from Genghis Khan to Voorhees in terms of like concept and what you're going for.
Okay, so Voorhees was a quick EP because when I got locked up, I had a couple songs, you know, that I feel as though was album ready. And I feel as though I need to give my fans, you know, something that grabs to. You get what I'm saying? Because people drop songs. I notice I want to be different. That's what I noticed. You get what I mean? Like, people drop songs, one song here, two songs here, three songs here, you know, where they just keep dropping that one banger. No, if you notice, I drop projects at a time.
Yeah.
I give my people projects. I give y'all music in abundance.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's where the money is at in the industry. Not saying I want to sign, but I know I can make an album. I know I can make a mixtape, and I'll be comfortable. I ain't got to struggle about being a one-hit wonder. But Voorhees was a quick thought, man. I was just like, yo, I got this banging intro. Like, Friday the 13th was a crazy intro, man. Like, I just like, all right, I'm in an angry mood. I just came home. You know, my PO on my back. Here, I'm just going to write these bars, man. I just gave them, you know, whatever I was feeling at the time. As far as Voorhees, you know, the same thing. I know the kids need something to dance to. You know, they love to dance around in the clubs. You know, the clubs need something to play. So, you know, I titled the track Voorhees on there. And, you know, that's what people, you know, females that like to dance, or like to twerk, you know, people that want to, you know, hit the folk, stuff like that. I want to also make music that make you happy. I'm into touching your soul. If I can touch your soul with my words, that's what I'm into doing. And all my music has that type of controlled substance to it, where though I can make you dance. I can make you feel my pain. I can make you feel love. You get what I mean?
Yeah. I can definitely.
So it was first me giving y'all that substance, that pain, that gritty, that raw, raunchy substance, the depression side of things. Now I want y'all to uplift yourself. I want y'all to dance. I want y'all to feel the upside. Like, I even got a song on here called Struggle, matter of fact.
Yeah.
You know, And I told them a little bit about the struggle, just to let them know, I still feel for the people in the struggle, because people that can't go out, there's people that can't dance, there's people that really got bills, that's taking care of kids and stuff like that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I try to accompany everybody with my music. That's all it's about. And Voorhees, it was around Halloween time, and I just was like, here, let me make it hard for these other rap dudes. Let's scare them.
Yeah.
Let's scare them. Let's really make these dudes rapping it. And that's what I did.
Right. Yeah. So you mentioned the intro, and you also mentioned, you said something in the midst of that made me want to talk about the intro. So Friday the 13th, one of the things that you mentioned in it was Atlantic Records, and I guess they took an interest in you. And the thing that I think the thing that I appreciate about you, although, like, you have the versatility, you also have the appeal as an artist that can move units, that can get people, like, really galvanized and have a strong fan base. You know what I'm saying? But
thank you.
One of the things that I wanted to ask you, I mean, of course, we're in this era where, it's not like the 90s, early 2000s, where, like, you had, like, the big record deals and, people were really moving units like crazy. It's not really like that anymore, especially when you get with a major. So at this stage of the game, would you want to sign with a major? Would you prefer to be independent? Or I'm not sure if you're familiar with, Nipsey Hussle and how he has his deal and everything done with Atlantic. But
I wouldn't mind actually doing the thing with signing. But one thing, it comes with stipulations. Like, if I would have to sign, I would have to keep my publishing. I would also have to, I would have to be able to have some leisure with my music. I would have to have some say so on whatever goes on. And the bag gotta be right, man, because I bring a lot to the table. I'm a model, I'm an actor, I'm a musician. You get what I'm saying? I can ghostwrite for singers, I can ghostwrite for other artists. So, I'm very valuable to a company. You get what I mean? Plus, I have my own company that I started, which is 2 King. It is a record label. I have three artists under me. I also have, models that's under me. You get what I mean? So I got my hands into a lot that make me most valuable. So it's all about making moves and doing this thing the right way. So if they come to me with, the right amount of change and I get to keep everything, as far as, I would say, distribution-wise, I'll sign if it ever came down to distribution. But as far as, like, me signing over my publishing, I can't see it happening.
Right. And that's one of the reasons why I mentioned Nipsey Hussle, because he's also on Atlantic, and the way that he structured everything, he already came in with his brand, like, smoking hot, so by the time he got to the table, he wasn't really looking for necessarily a record deal in the traditional sense. It was more like a partnership.
Right.
And
same type tip. Like, if people aren't careful, like, a lot of artists don't know this. Like, I'm a BMI artist. I actually have distribution through TuneCore, so I can get on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, that tip. I'm also on Spinrilla. Things like that. I can do that for myself.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really that's not really impressive. You gotta come to the table with more than just that for me. You get what I mean?
Right.
Atlantic Records, they don't get me wrong, they came to me the correct way, the amount was right, but as far as the business side of things, I'm not gonna sign away my soul,
right,
for a temporary issue. You're doing everything that I can do. I mean, you gotta come to the table with more. What can you do for me? Because I can put major money in your pocket.
Right.
I'm an actor, model, musician, as I said before, like it's a lot that you can benefit from with me. And as a fictitious name, like, I got all that taken care of. So you don't really have to do that much with me. If you was ever to come to me and wanted to sign me, you don't have to do that much. You get what I'm saying? So basically, I feel as though it's just like my brand. With my brand, you pay for the name. My clothing line, you pay for the name. So right now, when you come and address me, you're not paying for what I got in the backdrop. You paying for the name, how much my name is worth, because I stand on that. You get what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And that's what I respect, and that's what I would hope. Any artist that's out there who's independent would hear and would own their own stuff as well. Because I mean, that's so important in this day and age, that it's like, if you're going to sign with a major, don't let them take you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come to the table with something so that you have more of a bargaining chip, and they have to bend more to your terms versus you bending to theirs. Or it's a thing where you're pretty much saying to them, you need me more than I need you.
Pretty much, but you don't want to exuberate that type of cockiness coming off to them. You still want to make sure you're a business. You a business. What Jay-Z say, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So present yourself as that. You got to sell yourself. Make sure you always sell yourself, but don't come off too cocky where as though you rub these people the wrong way.
Right, exactly. You want to have the right amount of like confidence and humility, but at the same time, it's like the confidence is saying, I don't necessarily need you, but we can work together. But it has to be together. It can't be I'm under your thumb. You know, so I definitely respect your perspective on that. The last thing I wanted to ask you about, also, that was on Friday the 13th. And let me say, you spaz out over that beat, dude. Like, totally spaz out
Friday
over
the
that
13th?
beat. Yeah, man. I mean, like, when you talking about the anger and like the passion or whatever, like, I heard every bit of that. I mean, you went off, you know. But one of the things that grabbed my ear the most was the intro. And so, was that somebody you knew who was saying all that stuff?
That was saying all what stuff on the Friday 13th is the intro.
Right. But it was a talking part in that song before you started rapping. It was like somebody's voice. They were talking about success.
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name, but I always listen to him. He a motivational speaker.
Okay.
You know, and he just was talking, and it spoke to me. Exactly what he was saying, like, kind of spoke to me, because it's like, dog, everything you said was factual. Like, nothing. He didn't skip over nothing. If you want success, you have to want it as much as you want to eat, or you need it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You want success to be so close that if you smell it, you can taste it. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's how bad I want it. You get what I'm saying? And I exuberated that type of energy into the song because I wanted to show them, like, this is what I'm passionate about. I want you to feel this pain. I want you to feel my passion through my words. I want you to understand that I can only go up from here. Mm-hmm. I'm not going back. You know, I'm not going to deplenish this. This my craft. Still sharp and still. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I attack these beats, if I hear a hard beat, I'm gonna go attack the beat 10 times harder. You know, so that's just how I carry it. Once I come in contact with an instrumental or a beat or a producer send me something, I like it, I'm just like, yeah, all right, well, this that still that I needed, because I'm definitely still, and we're going to have to go at it. You hear what I'm saying? I don't let the beat get the best of me. I want to get the best of it.
I hear that. That reminds me of a Jadakiss line. I forget which song it was. I think it was None of Y'all Better, where he said, y'all need beats for help. We help the beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, So let everybody know where they can connect with you on social media and where they can find your music.
Okay, yeah, y'all can find me on Facebook, Jamel Marz McClure. You can also find me on Instagram, _King Marz, _KINGMARZ. Also, I'm on Spinrilla. You know, you can go ahead and check my music out on Spinrilla. Please feel free to check out my website. My website is in the bio, and check out my clothing line page. 2King Clothing _ on Instagram. Please feel free, if you see something you like, DM me, let me know what you guys like, and I'll definitely get it to you. We do ship, we definitely do things of that nature, so if you live far, it's no problem. Just let me know so we can get on top of that for you guys.
That's what's up. And we gotta send a special shout out to your Uncle Mike for making this all happen.
Oh yeah, shout out my Uncle Mike. Shout out the whole fam. Juicy, Danny. Shout out to my Uncle Mike. Shout out to my wonderful aunt. I miss you guys. I gotta come down there and vibe with y'all. Shout out to the kids, all of them. I ain't forget about y'all. I'll be down there real soon. Just taking care of a few things up here. I also want to give a special shout out to my mom, my sister, everybody in the fam that's holding me down, my little brother, my nephew, who's 1 year old. Love you, care. I just appreciate you guys for having me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming on and, just telling us your story, man. Like, just breaking down so many things, and it really just gives you so many layers as an artist. You know, I mean, even though I heard it in the music, but to hear you break it down even more, it just magnifies what you're doing. And you know, just keep up the good work, man. You definitely got a fan over here.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. The Lord knows best, man.
Yes.
You know, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for all the blessings that's rolling, you know, in my favor right now, man. I want to thank you guys again for helping me, you know, and having me today. You know, special shout out to you guys too.
No problem. And make sure you send me some clean music too, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we can add you in the rotation.
Of course. You know, I'm gonna get on top of that ASAP for you guys. I'm gonna send you some music through, you know, and you know you can bump out too.
All right, for sure. Now I don't know if you actually, because I sent you the email. I don't know if you caught this part. I put it out there in case you wanted to spit some bars for the people. You know what I'm saying? But if not, totally understand.
That's cool. I give you guys some bars real quick, and then I get out your here.
All right.
I said, OKC, I bring the thunder now. Rest in peace. I'm cooking in the kitchen, baking soda be the recipe. I grind hard, so this ain't no me. So it's just really popping. Get it popping with that extra piece. Let's let it along, but I got a short temper. So try me, you get left like turn signals. It's 2 King, NKS the mob, staying flossy. Chick bad, stay fat, and the lips glossy. Still catching why that man fall down, Santana Marcy. I ain't got no that try to cross me. Blood stained bottom, don't ask me how much it cost me, cause I don't like this in conversation be costly. I was on some chill, falling back to Purdue, all about my chicken in the package. Suckers like Arabic, they read me backwards. Assalamu alaikum. No, I'm not a kafir. I'm after that duffel bag with 100 bands. Talking about Benjamin Franklin, homie Grant. I'm 100 stamp. Feel like the realest in my camp, trying to shine like a lamp. Got gorillas in my camp, they be riding with bananas. They flying with bananas, line popping for bananas. I call my homie so as soon as he answers. And no, this ain't no murder thing, more like a murder thing. I'm rushing to emergency, flaming to the 3rd degree. I rob whoever's serving me. All these rappers trashing. No, I never heard of you. You can call it Hollywood. I'm just being real. Emotions going flare, but how you niggas feel? You wasn't in the yard running y'all through the field while the coppers walk the beat, while the reaper in the wheel, ready to catch you slipping while you dipping on them pills. I just prayed 5 times that they never give me wills. It's just real. Hit the corner store with the lead on. What's in the clip? Hollow tips for when that action on. All y'all bitches, then put your patches on. Nigga, saw your death date, but acting too far, we see right through you like an X-ray.
That's fire, bro, man. brought that heat.
I had to bleep out the cuss words, man. I ain't want to be, you know.
Much appreciated, man. Man, I appreciate you dropping some bars for the people, man.
Of course, bro. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for having me, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Real rap.
For sure. We'll be getting in contact soon, bro.
Definitely. I appreciate it. I gotta come down there too. I gotta slide on y'all, so we definitely gotta set that up.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, now take it easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was King Marz hailing from North Philly. Y'all heard the bars, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully sometime soon we are going to get some clean music from him so y'all can like hear it, you know, on wax. So much love once again to King Marz again. Shout out my bro Mike for making that happen. You know what I'm saying? That's a dude that knows good music. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and roll into some, you know, we're just gonna talk about some things. Definitely want to give a couple of, hold on one second, I'm just trying to set up some things so I can talk my stuff. There we go. All right. Yeah, so definitely want to give some birthday shout outs. One second. Yeah, want to give some birthday shout outs. So Sagittarius season is coming to a close, but still got some people, got some birthdays. Shout out my homegirl Kiki, Face, who you heard earlier, my man Marcus West, Portia, Heather. They all celebrating birthdays today, so happy birthday to you all today. My cousin Coolin, my cousin bro Darnell, Muffin, and Derek Jones of Card Logic, who we will have on Bars April 10th. Y'all want to make sure y'all tune in for that show. I know it's like 4 months down the line, but please make sure y'all tune in for that show. Anyway, they're all celebrating birthdays. And also, my man Moluba, who gave a dope performance at Fresh Tribe Empowering Ones, We Don't Need Their Approval Music Fest last week. They're celebrating birthdays tomorrow. With the beginning of Capricorn season. Shout out to the Capricorns out there. Miss Benita, working my job, celebrating a birthday on Saturday. Yvonne Rivers, aka Phoebe, who we had on the show November 21st, and my main man Sean from Hobart William Smith, they're celebrating birthdays next Sunday. And then on Christmas Day, we got some Christmas babies. Alicia, Lakia, Monifa, and Lois Lane, all celebrating birthdays on Christmas Day. So shout out to all the Sagittariuses out there still celebrating, and the Capricorns bringing it in. So let's go ahead and get into this right here.
Let's see what's happening on the Bars community calendar.
All right, so tonight, from 7 to 10 p.m., Sweet Treats Boutique and 1203 Music Group will be doing their third annual Winter Give Back Toy Drive and Closeout Party at Red Lounge Bar and Grill, 2013 14th Street Northwest. Live performances by Courtesy, Drea Renee, Young Chris the Artist, Donnie Breeze, music by DJ Freaky Ty, and hosted by 1203's own June the Kid. Cost is $10, or you can bring a new unwrapped toy. For more info and to donate, visit GoFundMe.com/3rd, and we will provide that link once again on our Bars on Air Instagram page. Raw Element Dance Company will be doing the Chosen One Christmas at Iverson this Saturday from 1. They have showtimes at 1 p.m. and also at 2 p.m. right here at the shops at Iverson, 3737 Branch Avenue, Hillcrest Heights, Maryland. Come experience a hip-hop Christmas with Raw Element Dance Company youth members, the Chosen Ones. The cost is absolutely free. For more info, visit rawelementdance.com. The Prince George's African American Museum and Cultural Center at North Brentwood, Inc. will be doing their Ujama Art Jam, a Kwanzaa celebration, Saturday, December 29th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Prince George's African American Museum and Cultural Center, 4519 Rhode Island Avenue in North Brentwood. Features live performances, raffles, auctions, black business vendors, and a cultural celebration. The cost is absolutely free. For more info, visit Ujama, that's UJAMAA, jam.eventbrite.com. And finally, Food and Art Expo will be on Saturday, January 12th, 2019 at 2:12 p.m. at the Gallery About Nothing, 805 East Baltimore Street, Baltimore, Maryland. Have you ever eaten inside an art gallery? Enjoy 3 chefs, 3 menus, and over 200 pieces of artwork. The prices vary and you must pay in advance. For more info, call or text 410-504-9249. And we're not going to quite close on this, but I definitely do want to put this out there right now since it's on my mind.
Words of wisdom to get you through the rest of your week. These are the Bars for Life.
Okay, so this quote was a really simple quote, and it's from one of my favorite people from my childhood that I remember, late great comedian Bob Hope. Very simple quote. He just said, "My idea of Christmas, whether old-fashioned or modern, is very simple. Loving others." And kind of talking about a lot of the things that I was talking about earlier when it came to gifts. I mean, I was talking about receiving gifts, but for me, the gifts were given in love. And granted, I'm more of a giver than a receiver when it comes to gifts. I'm the type of person, as I've gotten older, I don't want for much, I don't need for much. But family, friends, togetherness, being around people you care about, being around people you love, those are the most important things to me when it comes to this time of the year. And you don't have to necessarily be a Christian to have the Christmas spirit. I mean, Jesus is the reason for the season, but at the same time, I still believe that it's about selfless love at this time of year. And not only this time of year, but all year long, like having that spirit all year long, you know. And whether you believe certain things about Christmas trees and commercial holidays, like I said earlier, you know, like everybody has their particular beliefs about this time of year, and some people don't even celebrate it. But even if you don't, just celebrate the spirit of it all year long. Keep it in your heart, keep it close to your soul, you know. Love others. It's really that simple. And that's the biggest reason why I picked that quote. So to close out, I kind of want to close out a little differently this week. I got a little bit of time, so I wanted to read a lot of these comments that I had on the Facebook post. So my bro, Country, and this is for the favorite toys gifts you received for Christmas as a kid or a teenager. So Country, he said, Voltron complete set, all 5 effing lines. I played with that effort for 2 years, LOL. My main man Gladiator, now this was funny. He said a tape recorder, but when I ran out of batteries, I tried to make an electrical cord for it and I electrocuted myself. It's like, bruh. Like, man. This dude, let me tell you about Gladiator real quick before I go to the rest of the comments. Gladiator got some of the funniest stories from when he was a kid. Like, he was just like mischievous, but it's like hilarious because the way he tells the story is just so funny, so funny. So Lolly from Foreplay the Eargasm Show, she had hers was a Honda Kick and Go, and one of the things that she said was she was like, if Honda would remake them, I would get at least 6. And one of the things she was saying was how like the scooters they have now, they make kids lazy. It's like it's not work. And that's one of the things I liked about scooters as a kid, like the work of a scooter. Like you wasn't just riding it and it powered itself. It's like, nah, it's the work involved. That's the fun. Shauna, she said Barbie dolls period. Got to pick them out ahead of time one year, 10, and I had to pick at least one black one. Any art set too, but I always got dolls. Dad, well, and mom too. She still got me dolls up into adulthood, LOL. But as a teen, I like the clothes, art set, items, and money, and dolls. My man Willis said Transformer toys. Transformers are always good. And that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van, which I wanted. I never got, and I wanted. But, you know, we had to go with the turtles. Like, it was either the turtles, one turtle in the van, or all the turtles in no van. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out Willis. B. Sharice Moore, she said Barbie Dream House, Gem and the Holograms, guitar stage with cassette players. She wins just for Gem and the Holograms. That's one of my favorite cartoons of all time as well. Trina, she said Easy Bake Oven, which is a classic. Argentine, tabletop Donkey Kong arcade game, Atari 2600. I wanted one of them tabletop games, y'all. Like, I wanted one of those as a kid. I got the 2600 though. Nikki Charles, she said as a kid, white fringe boots. As a preteen, Swatch twin phone. Dennis, he said all the G.I. Joe, man. You know what's funny? I was never into G.I. Joe. Was never into G.I. Joe. But I always wanted the toys, even though I didn't watch the cartoon. But I did want the toys. So Frick, my man Frick, he said as a kid, Transformers, Optimus Prime, which I never got. I always wanted an Optimus Prime. Voltron, all 5. G.I. Joe, He-Man, Nintendo or Sega Genesis games. Stephanie Moore, she said Pipeworks. Man, she took it back with Pipeworks. And I'm so mad these aren't made anymore because I want them for me. I mean, the kids. And that's the thing about a lot of toys. You really want them for yourself. The kids, you know, they kind of secondary. Neen, she said Cabbage Patch Kids, Atari 2600 and 5200. Boss. I'm like, man, you had both? And she was like, you know, my sisters kept me late, so shout out. Becky, also from Let's Be Clear, they commented back to back. As a kid, Baby Alive, Trouble, Uno, Barbie Head, Big Wheel. As a teenager, Jordache and Sassoon jeans. This blue jean jacket with blue fur around the collar. Swag. I just had to have it. Also, my buddy, though, man, my buddy. I took him to high school with me, and everywhere I went, people thought he was a real baby. And what's crazy, when she said that, I immediately YouTubed the My Buddy commercial, because you can't hear My Buddy without hearing the My Buddy commercial song. Karen Wright Mosley, she said Easy Bake Oven. Aisha Sis, she said Peaches and Cream Barbie. The Mrs., she said a Kenya doll. And I mean, you know, like she been, what's funny is she been telling me about that Kenya doll since pretty much I known her. You know what I'm saying? That's yeah, buddy status right there. My cousin Darnell, he said the $6 Million Man. Was funny, $6 Million Man was slightly before my time as a kid, but I still wanted one. Still wanted one. Danielle Kroom, she said concert tickets to see Immature. that's kind of cool. Tanisha Anderson, she said Fisher Price 1, 2, 3 roller skates, which something else I wanted as a kid. You know, you see all these toys, like, dang, you realize how many toys you had, but do you realize how many toys you didn't have? My cousin Keisha, she said Cabbage Patch Kids, Barbie Dream House. Tanina, favorite gift was the Casio keyboard, another fellow keyboard lover. My main man, B. Witty, he said anything, psych, Nintendo. It was curtains when I got Mike Tyson Punch Out. His cousin, Ryan, he said, remember those black boom boxes our moms got us with the red record button? LOL, we would make beat tapes using them things and record off 95.5 WPGC. And, but then Ryan, he also said the Space Warp. It's this crazy, like, racetrack thing. If nobody's ever seen a Space Warp, Google it, YouTube it. Man, awesome thing. And then he also got Strider for Sega Genesis. My sis Jen, she said a bike as a kid and as a teenager, money with the crying, laughing face. Because, you know what's funny? You get older, and it's like, you don't really care about gifts. You just rather have money. So you can get what you want. Chandra, she said anything. Sis Shamika, she said my little car, and then she had a picture of her in the car. It was so cute. My man Gerard Papa, man, I've been to all types of schools with this dude. The original Nintendo, word. My big cousin Steve said money. Once again, money rules. My man Jazz, he said my chips helicopter that my cousin broke same day. I'm still mad. Let me tell you something. You can't break a toy on Christmas Day and think every time you see that person, like, it's like, look, knuckle up. You know what I mean? Michelle Dito, she said about 6th grade, a chemistry set, fun for weeks. I'm still cheesing. I wanted a chemistry set as a kid too. And finally, I call her Miss Bellamy. What's my man? Sideshow Marley's mom. She said whatever my mom and dad could afford, we was grateful in Jesus' name, amen. I hear that, Sister Bellamy. But I appreciate, and I wish I could have got to some of the comments that was in the live, but it's crazy when you're trying to look at live through your phone. Sometimes like the comments disappear. But I appreciate everybody who tuned in today through Facebook Live, through the Win DC Radio app, online, everybody who shared, everybody who commented, everybody that just gave their stories, gave their favorite toys, everybody that just participated in the process. Like, I do this show out, when it comes to loving others, I do this show out of love because I love each and every last one of y'all that I'm looking at right now on this screen, or that you hear my voice if you're listening online, or you're listening on the app. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Have a very Merry Christmas. I will be back next Wednesday, the day after Christmas. So you don't have to worry about me coming back in the new year or a break. I will be back next week. So make sure you tune in. Next week, y'all, we're going to have the I'm going to be talking about the top 10 albums of 2018. My top 10 albums of 2018. So it's like top 5 extended. And then we're going to have a special countdown of the hottest songs from bars of the year. So you definitely want to make sure y'all tune in for the last show of 2018. Once again, I thank everybody. I thank my special guest, once again, King Marz, for coming on and talking to us about his music. Make sure y'all go look him up. He's on SoundCloud. He's on Spinrilla. Follow him on social media. And we're going to close out with another Christmas song. And this is, I really like this flip on, of course, the Eartha Kitt classic, Santa Baby. This is Ebony Joy with Santa Baby. And this is the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. Once again, Merry Christmas. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your family. Be safe. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. Bending over, good girl, Santa baby. Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down. Down that chimney tonight. Santa baby, 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby. Hurry down, hurry down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Down that chimney tonight. Think about how fun I missed. All the fellas I haven't kissed. Next year I'll be just as good if you'll check off my Christmas list. I promise I'm never gonna forget this. You what I want for Christmas. So will you be my Santa baby? Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down. Hurry down that chimney tonight. Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down. Hurry down that chimney tonight. Santa honey, one little thing I really need, the D to a platinum mind, Santa cutie. Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down, down that chimney. Santa cutie, fill my stocking with a duplex and checks. Sign your ex on the line, Santa cutie. Hurry down, hurry down, babe. Down that chimney tonight. Come trim my Christmas tree with decorations from Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. I promise you're never gonna forget this. You're what I want for Christmas. So will you be my Santa baby? Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down. Hurry down that chimney tonight. Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down. Hurry down that chimney tonight. Santa, I've been naughty in the best way. Trying to show you something, so come pull up in that red thing. I'ma leave a little chocolate cookie by the tree. When you slide, I promise you won't ever wanna leave. Can I get a kiss down underneath the mistletoe? Can I get a kiss down, down, down low? Put you on my wish list. You're never gonna forget this. You're what I want for Christmas. So will you be my Santa baby? Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down, down. Hurry down that chimney tonight. Hurry down, hurry down, yeah. Won't you be my Santa baby? Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down, yeah, yeah. Hurry down that chimney tonight. Hurry down, hurry down, hurry down. Hurry down that chimney tonight.
Bars, 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 bars.
And that's it.
I did it. Mommy did it?
Yes. I do it.
Oh.
You want to say the bars?
You want to do bars, bars?